What's happening, Hyperdrivers? Today I'm in a good mood because I have a very special box from SP Sabers and Solo Sabers. In this box right here is the Starkiller Lightsaber from the Force Unleashed video game. And right now you might be saying, but George, you've already unboxed a Starkiller Lightsaber. And you would be right. You'd be talking about this one right here. And this is a great lightsaber. It's definitely 10 times better than any Hasbro or Disney lightsaber that I've ever unboxed. But I already saw Jeremy's work on this lightsaber on his YouTube channel. And let me tell you, this lightsaber is probably gonna be the best lightsaber I've ever unboxed. This lightsaber is known as the Raxus SK, which gets its name from Raxus Prime, which is the waste-covered planet that Starkiller travels to in the video game. Now, it was designed by my buddy Jeremy at Solo Sabers, but it was produced by SP Sabers in Australia. And these guys are a premium lightsaber company that make high-end, highly detailed and accurate replica lightsabers. So if you're looking for something like that, this is definitely the type of company that you want to be with. They also offer things like display cases similar to like Master Replicas, and it's a great alternative for lightsaber companies like Corbanth or KR Sabers. So definitely check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to get to SP Sabers. Solo Sabers is run by my good friend Jeremy, and this guy is a master sabersmith. He does everything you can think of to these lightsabers to make them unique and awesome. He can do weathering, he can add all kinds of electronics and details and features that will just blow your freaking mind. So if you want to have a very customized lightsaber to your liking, definitely check out Solo Sabers. I will also leave a link for you guys to get to them in the description below. But let's go ahead and get this sucker unboxed. It's because I've been waiting for the better part of the year to get to this. This is my most anticipated lightsaber of the year. So I'm very excited. First off, the display of this in the box, I'm really digging it. It's got that kind of like shoebox type of thing that you've seen with other sabers, like 89 Sabers comes in box styles like this. But what's different about this is all of these effects and colors that they put on it. I like how it's got that foil reflection, which is pretty awesome. It's got the seal of approval that it's gone through inspection and all that. On the side here, you see it says Solo Sabers and SP Sabers. And the same thing on the back. You got the Solo Sabers logo and the SP Sabers logo. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, let's pop this thing open. So if you're wondering about cost, none of this comes cheap, but let me just tell you, my dad told me a long time ago that if you wanna play like a sport, you gotta pay like a sport. And this lightsaber I think is gonna be like the hot rod of my lightsaber collection. All right, so this right here is the retention screw that Jeremy said he was gonna throw in for me. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, this is cool. So you got a blueprint. Oh, that's dope. I wonder if I could flatten it out a little bit and frame it to go along with it, but that is super cool. So you got the blueprints of the design of the lightsaber. That came out awesome. So Jeremy is a huge fan of the Starkiller lightsaber. I love this lightsaber. Ever since I played that video game, it's, to me, one of the most unique lightsabers in the Star Wars universe, Star Wars galaxy. All right, so these are the swap out parts for the, like these little viewports on this lightsaber, best way I could put it, but these are the swap outs that you have for that. So I got 2 red and 1 clear. I wonder if I'm missing one. I have to ask him about that. No big deal. What's this? I think this is a magnet. That's pretty cool. So it's got the look of the lightsaber from like the top view. That's pretty awesome. You guys see that? That's pretty cool. Okay. Got a display for, looks like we might get a plaque in here or something. Looks like we got some swap out parts, more extra pieces. So I guess if I wanted to use those, and even more swap out pieces. So lots of swap out pieces here. I'm sure Jeremy had a lot of assembly to put. You got the keys there for your retention, I think. And we got a display plaque. It says Raxus SK Titanium. All right, it's got the Solo Sabers logo and the SP Sabers logo on that. So dope. All right. All right, I gotta say, presentation, this is nice. I really like how this is all put in here. It's not just thrown in haphazardly or anything. I like that it's got this There's paper on it, almost like what you get with like a premium sneaker. You know, it says Solo Sabers on it. That's dope. I like that. Oh my God, man. This is the first time I'm seeing this in hand. My God. Wow. Yo, man, he killed it. This looks magnificent. All right, gotta bring you in. Come in closer to check this out. All right, so first up, let's do the quick pass so you can see this in person. Oh Lord, this thing looks awesome. This thing looks magnificent, guys. I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it. All right, so he put some serious work in it. When you get this from SP Sabers, or if you've ordered one from SP Sabers, they come clean. They're all shiny, and you know, some of them you can order it with a little bit of weathering, but it's nothing like this kind of weathering. This is some insane weathering that he's done to this. Oh my Lord, dude, this looks awesome. All right, so right off the front, there's your emitter. Okay, here's your retention for the blade where it would put in right there. That's where you tighten up your screws to tighten it up. Although he told me that the 7/8 blade that goes inside of it is super tight, so I may not even need to do that. Okay, but you can see that he gouged into the emitter right there, which looks super awesome. I've never had that done in any of my lightsabers, so this is heavily battle damaged. Looks like it came right off Raxus Prime, which is awesome. All right, you got a smoked lens right there, which light passes through, and this is where I told you can unscrew that and you can swap them out for some of the other parts that were in the box. All right, you got a heat stained emitter section right here. So he heat stained this. This comes clean initially, but you can see how heat stained that is. Looks beautiful. There's blues and bronze colors in there and browns. So it definitely gives it a really like a shit ton of character. This normally comes clean. It looks like he brushed over it and made it matte. That looks awesome. Gave it some dirt and grime all over the place there. You got a very low profile switch, which also has grime and dirt built up all in it and everything. These screws right here are all brass, and he heat stained those as well. So it gives it some pop, you know, and some differentiation between this color and this color. It definitely gives it a nice contrast, which I dig. You got an exposed crystal, which this is why I like this lightsaber so much, is that first time I ever saw that ever was in this video game. All right, these rods are titanium, heat stained also. You can see the colors. You got blues and bronze colors and everything going on there, which looks great. And you can see on the inside there too as well, the chamber that's holding the crystal, that's also heat stained. Very, very awesome. All right, here's your back part of your handle, and you got two colors going on there. You got like a bronze color going on, also heat stained. This is so neat. I've never had this much weathering on anything. So you have that. You got a breeze opening right there, which I think light will pass through. We're going to check that out once I turn it on. And you can see that there's all kinds of grime here built up on the back of the pommel, which looks fantastic. All right. And then you have your speaker right back there. And it's open, so it's going to be nice and loud, which is awesome. Also, one thing that he did to this one too is one of these plates, which I think it's this one here, comes off, and you can see an exposed another kyber crystal section. Just does take a little bit of work, I think. Dang. So you put this on with some magnets, but they are on there. Let me see if I can do it the other way, maybe. Get enough lip. There we go. Okay. So he said you could slide it back and forth, but that does take a lot of work to get to it. But look, you got an exposed crystal chamber right there, and wait till I show you what that can do. All right, so before we get to showing you what that can do, let's take this off. We take the back pommel off, and I'll show you the chassis that he designed for this one. So the chassis, I think, is, I can't remember the name of it, Taco chassis. It wasn't him that designed it completely, but he did all of the weathering and everything on it, and all of this work here. Just can't think of the name of it, and I apologize that I can't think of the name of it. I'm excited, so it's like I can't remember everything at the moment. This is as real of an unboxing as you're gonna get, is because I have not done complete research on this. But check out the weathering on this. Is that not beautiful? I mean, it's incredible. Look at the bronze and the dirt and all of that. That is fantastic. Okay? Your battery is right back here. So this gets popped off, I think, from what I remember. Let me see. Yep, there it is. And you got a small battery. I'll put in the text down here, but I think it's a 18350 battery. It's a little bit different than the other batteries that I've gotten with other lightsabers. So I'll put that down there for you guys. Mine came with it, and I think he said they were going to come with it. But you know, if you need a replacement, obviously that's the one that you're going to need. Okay, so time to fire this thing up. Let's see this thing in person, man. Oh man, that's cool. All right, check that out. You got an OLED display in the back. All right, that's going to let you know the battery level that it has. And you see it's got his Solo Sabers logo going on in there right now. You got a breathing crystal on the inside there. Okay, and then you also have another crystal right there that's breathing right now when it's in standby. All right, now let me put this back in. We'll put it back in first, and then I'll show you everything else. All right, it's a snug fit. There we go. Okay, y'all ready for this? All right, here we go. Oh, this thing sounds loud. Check that out, man. A spinning chamber. Look at that. The plasma gate spins on that crystal. That is freaking dope. That is freaking awesome, man. Oh, that is so badass. All right? You got smooth swing. It's loud. I'm gonna put a blade in it in just a second so we can check that out. But just the sound of it right now is fantastic. You can see that you got a little bit of light emitting through right there at those viewports, right there and right there. And if you put the clear ones on, I think you'd get a little bit more. So I kind of want to go with the clear, I think. And then look, you got LED right in there to light up. So if you put a blade plug in, you can use that. This is freaking awesome. And then when you want to close it up, you just slide up the metal cover. And then you can fight with it to get it back off on the next time. All right, blade's installed. It's the only 7/8 blade I had. All right, so you got to take the 7/8 inch blade, so that lets you know you're going to need to get one of those if you decide to get this. Oh my God, this thing sounds great. Listen to that smooth swing. Now, this comes delivered with a Profi board. This comes delivered with a Profi board. It has a 2-button system in it. So you can change and add in your own sound fonts, your own special effects, everything that you want to do to this lightsaber, you can do. He only delivers it with one sound font and blade style installed on it to test with. And I have some other ones that I'm going to add to it afterwards. But I just wanted to get this thing unboxed and take a look at it in hand. So let's turn it back on. Listen to that smooth swing. Smooth swing sounds perfect. I'm telling you, if you like a loud lightsaber, this one's pretty loud. Got blade clash, all right. Blaster bolts. See if we can do anything with that. No. Gonna have to add those effects to it. All right. Very cool. And you should have, yep, you got even gesture. This thing is perfect. Wow. And then you can see there's even lights that shine through that color, that opening right here. So you got that little bit of that red crystal from the inside that's shining through. I don't know if it's visible, but it's a little bit visible, I guess. So you got that. So impressive. This thing is super fantastic. Definitely a huge upgrade from this guy, just in full detail and everything. I mean, you can't even compare the two. This is so much nicer. It's smaller. It's dirtier. It just looks like it came out of the Star Wars universe. I can't tell you how happy I am with this. So, Jeremy, if you're watching the video, thank you, buddy. This thing is incredible. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is probably my best lightsaber in my collection. This is my favorite lightsaber right now in my collection. So, thank you. And thanks everybody for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about this lightsaber right here. And until next time, may the Force be with you.